Asan na?
Hi.
Hello. I'm just trying to share this one to my client friend.
So I do have us recording.
Good
I tried
morning.
to I tried to send it to to my page, but I guess I'm still brand new on this one, like streaming live, everything. So, but it's gonna be recorded. This one, okay? It's okay with you?
Yes po.
Okay.
Yes, we're gonna record all of this and then we're gonna put it on our social medias as well.
Oh yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. So it's gonna be okay. Gonna be fun today and learning. Well, I can start now.
Yeah, we can start.
Okay, we can start now. You start your.
Okay, so I want to introduce myself. My name is Maureen Powell. I'm with All Western Mortgage. I'm your mortgage lady. And I have been in the real estate industry for over, oh my gosh, between being a realtor as well as being a mortgage lender for over 20 years and love what I do. I'm here to help either your first time home buyers or if this is your second time purchasing a home, I'm here to answer all mortgage questions. And I also have my partner here with me, Arlen Donaldson. Arlene, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Arlen Donaldson. I'm a real estate agent here in Dallas, Texas. So I'm excited to partner with you this brand new year, and we're gonna be it's gonna be, I think this is gonna be a series. We're learning, we're sharing it to you, first time home buyer, third time home buyers, upsizing, downsizing, what's going on really in the market. So I love what we're gonna do today in this topic. I'm super excited to share it with you. What's really going on in the market and what are the benefits for this podcast to you? And me and Ate Maureen will share it to you all this. If you have anxious, if you still what you call that, fear, it's normal. Means you're normal people, okay? Because if not, meaning you're not reading all the documents, or maybe you're not really uh what do you call that one? I told them if you're not nervous, meaning it's not deep into your heart what you really want to do, right? Not impact to you. But if you're nervous in buying a house, means you are normal. It's really gonna be nervous because it's a big transactions. It's gonna be a lot of money you're gonna put it in the market, in your money, and as well as it's a long term goal. So it's gonna be fun. Okay.
Absolutely, yeah. So today's basically going to be just learning about what's going on in the market for 2025, right? And knowing what's coming up. Arlene's going to talk about, what's on the market. And I'm going to tell you a little bit more about what's going on with rates, because I know that's the big question.
Yeah.
So for right now, just to get right into it, mortgage rates. Mortgage rates has, gone up within the last 2 weeks, really. So if you look at the average rates as of today, average rates are around 7.10, and that's just on an average if you're going on a conventional loan. And then you also have your FHA loans right now is at 6.143 on a 30-year. Both of those are on a 30-year. If you're looking at a 15-year, you're at a 6.5. Okay. Now that is an average for all, if you're looking at across the board. Now, if you go to any other lenders, particular lender, it could be a completely different, right? So, and that is also based on credit scores, also based on your particular situation. Now, what are affecting rates? That's another question. What's affecting rates? What's going on in the economy? We have actually a very good economy right now, right? A lot of people thought we were going to go into a recession. 2024 was actually a pretty decent economy. We had a lot of growth. We had a lot of economic growth in 2024. 2025 seems to be going in the same direction, that we are going to still have an economic growth, right? Rates are still going to fluctuate a little bit, a lot of volatility that we're going to see in the first quarter. It's probably not going to, we're probably not going to see a lot of rate decline in the first quarter. You are going to see some rate decline here this year, which is the good news, right? We're going to see that this year, but we're not going to see it like go down as fast as everybody thinks. Okay, rate will start, you will start to see some, relief here in rates, but not as, it's not going to go down quite as quickly as everybody wants. But you are, a lot of things that affected home buying last year was rates was just very volatile. The beginning of this quarter, you'll still see that. As you can see, it's already started, rates just jumped up quite a bit this past 2 weeks. Like last year, we had the rising of homeowners insurance. That's affected, I think, the market quite a bit. You will still see that this coming year. Homeowners insurances are going to be high. But with that being said, home prices should kind of level out a little bit more, which would help you with the rates going down a little bit, with home prices going down a little bit, or leveling out a little bit more. People should go back out and start purchasing homes. What do you think, Miss Arlene?
I think for me, I'll share to Karel to Karel, and also the first time home buyer. This is gonna be for you. Maybe what Ate Maureen talking about is gonna be like, oh my God, what is this? It's so big, it's so high number, right?
Yeah.
So it's can I share my screen with you? Just a little bit. I'll share it with you. What are the
Yes.
process of buying a house? And I want you to have education on this particular topic, and it's gonna be I'll share a little bit. I have presentation, and so where is my presentation here? So as you can see, so this yeah, you can see my screen. You guys see my screen? You see it?
Yep.
Okay. So this is really like you, Karel, this first time home buyer or anyone listening for this, the purpose for today is really build your confidence in the power to own a home in your dream and make it easy process to have a tremendous team support in anyone who needs in real estate like me. Ate Maureen is a lender for a long time. I'm doing this for not much long time. I feel I'm still brand new. I'm doing this one only for 5 years. And but for the people that I help, it's wait, hopefully you got the entire
There you go.
there you go. So I will not gonna go to the area. We'll just go to the sales process in the timeline for what to start when you want to buy a house, right? This is really the basic. So the first time is you need to do your research, of course, make sure do your due diligence in regarding what you really want, what's really your budget, what is your criteria, and what's your goal. Long-term goal, short-term goal, 5 years, 15 years, 30 years, or it's you want only 2 years. It's really different aspect of your decision, right? So this is the process of what we do. We do your research. You're gonna visit different company maybe or the location. We do the offer, and of course we do all the documents. It's a lot of documents we need to do for this paperwork. So make sure that you really understand what all of this. So buying a home is really an investment in your future, meaning it's a significant financial decision, and it's often considered, it's really sometimes it's super scary now, right? But at the end of the day, the property value generally appreciated over time. Owning a home can build the equity and save a valuable asset. Additionally, mortgage payment can contribute to a gradual ownership of the property. So don't be scared, okay? Because anything you put to the market, it's gonna be scary, right? Even you do stocks, we don't know, right? That's why I said here, it's
Great.
it's really not much,
Yeah.
no security, right, Ate?
Yeah.
So, and of course, this is gonna be, that's why before I become uh I love the first time home buyer, because if you can pay your rent, you can pay your own mortgage. I'll turn around our photos here. If you're paying 2,500, you times it with 12. So this is the one you're paying per 12 months for the year. You'd rather pay this one as your own home than paying somebody else's mortgage, right? So how much you're paying right now, times it to 12, that's the one you're throwing money away, that you rather use it for your own investment. Okay. So this is the process, and then I will stop here, make it this one super quick. So the process of buying home start with, of course, meeting with realtor, meeting with me or whoever you trusted with, and home consultation. From here, I will tell you to do the pre-approval, which is I need to partner with the mortgage lender that you yourself also you feel that you trusted them, because you will give all your documents. So that's why make sure that, hey, I'm gonna give you example, Ate Maureen, I work with her, I give all her credential, just because you will give the social security, you will give your taxes, and you will give a lot of information that you will not give it to me. So working with the mortgage lender, that can really, for me, have a peace of mind that I trust them with your documents is 100% I'll do first. Okay. So understanding the agency, what's the agency between me and you, how we work together. Of course, the mortgage is really, I cannot close this deal without the loan unless you have cash, or unless you have uh, a lot of money in the file. But of course, you cannot buy a house, ate, if you just put your money in pile in your boxes, because they need the tracing your money, where your money came from, for the money laundering law, right? Supposed to be in the bank. Can you tell me a little bit about this for the pre-approval, ate?
Yeah, absolutely. So on the pre-approval process, we document everything, right? So you're going to do an application. With your application, you're going to put in your social, your name, your date of birth, literally all of your information, right?
Mhm.
You're going to put your last 2 years of employment history. You want to make sure that you put every job you've ever been in for the last 2 years.
Mhm.
Um, your residential history, wherever you lived in the last 2 years on that application. And then we're going to collect documentation from you. The documentation that we collect from you are going to be your pay stubs for the last 2 years, for the last 30 days, okay? And then your W-2s for the last 2 years. And then with that, we're going to collect your assets. Your assets is going to be your bank statements. With your bank statements, you're going to make sure that you give us the accounts that you're going to utilize, that's going to have your down payment in that account, your closing cost. So you want to make sure that you give us the last 2 months for the bank statement. So whether you're going to use your 401k, if you're going to use that, make sure you give us a statement for that. If you're going to use your savings account, or if you're going to use like a stocks and bonds, any type of account that you're going to use for down payment, you want to give us those statements. So with the pre-approval process, we're going to analyze all of those documentation, your income, your pay stubs, your W-2s, to realize exactly how much you qualify for. Once we figure out exactly how much you qualify for, we'll then send you a pre-approval. We'll give it over to yourself and to your realtor to let you know how much you qualify for as far as looking for a home, let you know what your monthly payments will be, and we'll let you know how much you would have to bring to the table.
See, that's very detailed. And how about if you're gonna use the 1099?
So on a 1099, So what basically that means is that you're self-employed or you work for an employer that does not collect taxes from you, you pay your own taxes. That's basically what a 1099 is, that you are self-employed, you pay your own taxes at the end of the year. So you're 1099. For a 1099, we collect your 1099s from you, right? We also collect 2 years tax returns from you. And then on your 2 years tax returns, that's where we determine how much income that you get, right? Because then you also have some write-offs. With that being said, that's where we determine how much income that you will make out of the 1099. You will also have to have a CPA. So a certified tax preparer, or somebody that does basically your accountant, right? A certified accountant that does all of your books for you. So with that person, they'll basically let us know how much, what do you call that? What am I looking for? The word I'm looking for is how much is it that sales that you have or anything that you write off, basically, out of your deposits, and what you end up with as far as a balance. So like a balance sheet is what we're looking for. And how much of your funds is okay for us to be able to use in order for you to purchase a home. A certified letter from them is what we would need. And then we'll be able to determine how much income that we can actually utilize out of your funds. Okay, out of your 10 for the 1099. Now we can use a P&L, a profit and loss statement, or your 1099 to be able to qualify you for a home, not just a W-2s. So if you are 1099 being self-employed, or you use a profit and loss statement, those are things that we can utilize as long as we have a certified letter from a CPA.
Yes. Wow. Thank you so much. Very detailed. That we can also answer that question later on. And at least that is, we need that one for the pre-approval. So know exactly how much the price we're looking for, because from that pre-approval, based on the numbers that the lender give it to us, that's we narrow it down the price that we're looking for. So we're not looking for $8,000 house if you only pre-approve for 500,000.
Absolutely.
We're gonna waste our time, and also you're gonna fall in love with a beautiful home that you cannot afford, right? So for me, I will maximize also uh your your budget. Even you approve for 500,000, your budget, you told me, Ate, I only want to spend this time, we can just use it, whatever you are, the price you're looking for. So that's very important. That's why you need to sit down with your agent, or you need to sit down whoever you work with, kind of knowing the number. So we're gonna tour for the house, your wish list, and then analyze. What's that mean is we need to start searching for the house. So and then determine for buying how much really what you want. Example, not 98% of the, not 100% of your criteria you want, your need, we will get in one house. If you can live 90%, and then you can 10% is not gonna be, it's gonna be not gonna be there. And I always tell to my buyers and to all the people that selling their house, this emotions, right? So if you can live with it, just do it, because just because life changing, right? Always life changing when you're buying a house. You will not gonna live there for 30 years. You will not gonna live there for 50 years, believe me. Life happens, so just get it started. And of course, the terms. This is a lot of terms that we need to understand. What are the type of loan? We have the FHA loan, which Sati Maureen can discuss it to you quickly. We have conventional, we have VA, we have USDA, that all the different terms, type of loan that is available in the market for you to choose from. And even for down payment assistance, we have also that one. That is really uh based on your, what you call that one? Your financial credibility, or your budget at the moment. So that is very, very important. So Ate Maureen, tell us a little bit quick about all the type of loan that can learn from us for the first time home buyer, or even they already buy before 5 years, 10 years ago.
Okay, yeah, so for FHA, most first-time home buyers utilize FHA, right?
Mhm.
Because it's a little bit more forgiving for first-time home buyers, less credit qualifications. You can have a 580 credit score with an FHA loan and still qualify. It's 3.5% down payment. You do get a little bit better rates. And the mortgage insurance premium only on that is 0.55. So it's a little bit better for the consumer that is a first-time home buyer. So a lot more first-time home buyers do gravitate to that. There is for FHA though an upfront fee of 1.75% mortgage insurance that is rolled into the loan. So if you are looking for if you're a first-time home buyer that wants to have a lower down payment, right? And the mortgage insurance is a factor where it's not going to be costly, because it doesn't matter if you have a 720 credit score or a 620 credit score, the mortgage insurance is going to be the same. The
Okay.
mortgage insurance premium is going to be the same, right? It's going to be 0.55. So that is a very important factor because it can affect your debt to income ratio. Now, the other thing is going to be conventional. Conventional loan is great for many different factors. If you're a first-time home buyer, you can use a 3% down. You don't need to have 20% for a conventional loan. You would only want to use 20% down on a conventional loan if you want to, one, get rid of escrows, not have to pay taxes and insurance, or if you're buying an investment property, then you're going to put 20% down. 100% of the down payment can be gifted to you. So if you have, a great uncle, a great aunt, or, your grandmother left you an inheritance or want to sit there and basically gift you 100% of your down payment, they can do that. Same
That's
thing with
super.
FHA, by the way. 100% of your down payment can be gifted. Minimum credit score 620. I have yet to see a 620 credit score get approved on a conventional. I will say you can't have any derogatory credit in the last 12, in the most recent 12 months on a conventional, especially if you're at the lower credit score. The other thing is, if you do have a 620 credit score, no late pays, no derogatory, no, pretty much nothing happening with your credit for the last 12 months.
Good credit.
Mhm.
Supposed to be good credit for conventional.
Yeah, I mean, I have seen 640. I will say that. I have seen 640 get approved unconventional, but again, nothing happening with it on your credit. Now, with the mortgage insurance, if we go back a little bit on the conventional, mortgage insurance on conventional is based on credit. So if you have a 620 credit score or something below a 680 or 700 credit score, your mortgage insurance is going to be a lot higher. So also keep that in mind. Now, the one great thing about mortgage with conventional is that mortgage insurance does go away once you meet the 80% loan to value. So once you're at like 78% loan to value, you can go back to your servicer for your mortgage, who you pay your loan to, and ask them to review your loan to see if you can get rid of PMI, your private mortgage insurance. So that's it, without having to refinance.
Yeah, that one is an addition 200, 180,
It can
or
be.
200.
It just
It can
really
be
depends. So
to the
it's like I
number.
said, it's based on your credit score. So if you went into your conventional loan at a 640 credit score, your mortgage insurance could be $300, $400. Also depends on the loan amount. It's not like FHA. It's basically based on whatever FHA PMI is. I mean, MI is.
Okay, that's really good. And then for the VA, this is all for the veterans. If you
Yeah, so
are,
for our veterans out there,
yeah.
it's 0% down. You do still have closing costs, but it's 0% down. There is no mortgage insurance. Higher debt ratios are allowed. So you could have a, 58% debt ratio and it would still be able to be approved. You could have a 600 credit score, and as long as, VA is not really score driven. They're
Mhm.
more driven about what's on your credit.
Okay.
Okay. And I will say on government loans, they don't want you to have any existing,
Home.
like loans that you owe the government that are in default.
Yeah.
So you can't have tax liens. You can't have a lot of student loans that are in default, property taxes that are not property taxes, but what do you call that? Hold on 1 second for me. You can't owe the IRS that are in default, because the IRS can actually put a tax lien on you. So that you would have to pay upfront, or be already on a monthly payment for the previous years, not the current year, but the previous years. You would already have to be on a monthly payment, or you will pay that at closing.
Oh, okay. So this is the type of loan. You have also a USDA loan. And
On
USDA,
USDA loan, yes, so USDA loans, they are 0% down payment. Again, there are closing costs. USDA, I will say, are a little bit stricter on the debt to income ratios, but the great thing about them is it is 0% down payment. They are more restricted to the rural areas, not within city limits. So if you can find a property that are in the rural areas, it's actually a great program.
yeah.
And any of these programs can be coincided with down payment assistance programs as well. So they don't necessarily have to be the down payment assistance program is not necessarily just for down payment. The down payment assistance programs can be used for closing costs.
Okay. That will
So
be so it's a learning, right? So and we will get from this, Ate, and I will stop my sharing next next time again for all the information. I think we give you a lot of information for this. And of course, next week you need to come back for this topic again, get more deeper and deeper. And what's really the market at the moment? I want to also discuss it to you. So for the North Dallas, Texas, we have like 3.5 to 4 months inventory. So a lot of houses in the market. If you are still buying, like Karel, if you want to buy a house right now, it's the best time for you because the sellers or the builders, they give a lot of incentives. So this is your chance to really get a good deal for new houses there because there's a lot of inventory. And of course, if you are also thinking for sell a house, selling a house still sell. It takes a little bit long time in the market, but still people are buying a house, especially in this location. So that's all. We can share it to you. Maybe you can, if you have more question, you can call me. You can call Timorin 214-690-1233, my number, and we love to sit down with you and really dip into your goals, needs, wants, and criteria, so
absolutely.
we can really uh, we can really sit down and get your dream house. And Ate Maureen also, what's your information, Ate? You
Yeah.
can tell it to us.
Yeah, absolutely. It's 817-300-1601, and you can reach me at Maureen Does Home Loans.
Okay, thank you so much, Karel. We can stop the recording now. If she have a question for you quickly, we can answer that one.